All right, man. What's that motherfucking word, man? It's your boy Cool Cuddy, man. We back. Hey, I ain't been on in a minute. I lost my PC, bro. I was sick for a little minute, but we back rolling, man. We stronger than ever, actually. I'm gonna do it right this time. I'm gonna actually take time with my scenes, do cool shit like this, have my main account, blah, blah, blah. But we're gonna go ahead and skip this. So today we about to be watching rappers that die. Did I say that? Rappers that were unalived on drills. Now, I don't know none of these little niggas, but hey, let's see how they rocking. Because apparently they some killers.
There's a popular saying that goes, live by the gun, die by the gun. This saying teaches us that the lifestyles we choose to live can often have unintended yet predictable outcomes. The subjects of today's video would come face to face with this lesson. In today's video, we'll be telling the stories of 3 rappers that died while in the act of trying to kill another person. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like and subscribe.
Leave motherfuckers alone, y'all. The life and death of BigBuckz Eloo.
BigBuckz Eloo,
I ain't heard of him.
Elijah McKinney, was from St. Louis, Missouri.
God damn, we got some big ass guns.
Chicago, Philadelphia, and New Orleans, murder is commonplace in St. Louis. According to CBS News, it's the 2nd most dangerous city in America. St. Louis has heavy gang activity going on, and Eloo was involved. He was a member of a gang called BigBuckz. BigBuckz primarily consists of 6 Deuce Crips, and they reside on Solway Avenue in North St. Louis. Eloo was known for allegedly being a top shooter in his crew and was thirsty to go after his opposition. St. Louis,
thirsty, all right.
Similar to many cities with heavy gang activity, contain
many gang I ain't gonna lie.
Also rap.
I ain't gonna lie. St. Louis is definitely like that. Yeah, I know a lot of people from St. Louis that moved here, and they all pretty much say the same thing. And obviously, not to mention, them motherfuckers is actually like, you ain't gotta be a rocket scientist to know what's going on with them boys, man.
Eloo was a drill rapper, and his songs primarily served as disses to his ops and described his life in the streets.
Why y'all be dissing y'all?
One of BigBuckz's main ops is another crew called The Six. On December 5th, 2016, Eloo lost a close friend of his named Rookie.
Bro, every game video or music video, they be in there slow motion.
Named Damani H, who died as a result of
like a little kid
shooting. It's
like a little kid,
members of The Six were allegedly responsible for this. More specifically, a rapper from The Six named KB6. Years down the line,
he like a grown ass man. He didn't kill the little ass
and
boy.
Would go on a wild mission to kill him in order to avenge
grown ass man.
That mission would ultimately cost Eloo his life.
Get to that breaking news we are covering for you in North St. Louis. Police telling us several people have been shot.
R.I.P. Eloo, man.
3 of them have died. This happened just before 2 o'clock this afternoon in the Walnut Park West neighborhood.
On July 29th, 2020, Eloo, his friend named Day Sav, real name Dejan Nearing, and another friend named J2Z, real name Joshua Emerson.
Bro, everybody looked dirty. Everybody looked dirty.
Were in a stolen car riding through the 5500 block of Floyd Avenue at about 1:40 p.m.
He was trying to go hit something.
Day-Sav was in the front passenger seat and J2Z was in the back. As they were driving, they spotted KB. Upon spotting him, they opened fire, shooting him multiple times. Members of The Six were in the area and started shooting back at Eloo and his crew, leading to a full-blown shootout.
Wow.
People who lived nearby told police they heard nothing.
Just imagine all the fucking kids in the neighborhood, bro. Like they don't even get a chance, man. It's like, ain't nobody even tripping either. Like, it's just like, this is an everyday thing. We just gonna keep going back. Matter of fact, the kids is the one shooting nowadays.
Gunshots.
Let me shut my bitch ass up.
Both Eloo, Day Sav, and J2Z were all shot repeatedly.
Damn!
In the aftermath, KB, Eloo, and Daysav were all pronounced dead at the scene. KB was just 22 years old, and Eloo and Daysav were just 18 years old. J2Z, who was 17 at the time, was taken to the hospital and ultimately survived his injuries.
That nigga lived?
Eloo and Daysav weren't charged, most likely due to self-defense.
They didn't get charged. Oh my God. So do you mean to tell me that they spent on the block, popped them niggas, and they got off? If I'm the ops,
J2Z was actually the one charged with all three murders.
He didn't.
Charged with 1 count of first-degree murder for the
Damn.
death of KB and 2 counts of second-degree murder for the deaths of Eloo and Daysav. Missouri law allows prosecutors to file murder charges if someone dies during the commission of a felony, even if the defendant did not directly cause the death. After 3 years, those charges were ultimately dismissed without prejudice, meaning they could possibly be filed again at a later date. The reason Jay's charges were dropped is because all of the possible witnesses refused to respond and show up to court. In the end, Eloo achieved his goal of killing his bitter enemy, but suffered the ultimate consequence as a result.
Life and death of Blumberg Geez. Damn.
Blumberg Geez, real name Anthony Watson, was from North Philadelphia. He was a member of a set called Blumberg, also known as the BlackFlags. The BlackFlags primarily beef with Zoo Gang, Diamond Street, and Burke Street /2418. Blumberg Geez would eventually start rapping and built a reputation for himself in the streets. Most of his songs were about killing his enemies. He was known for always being willing to go on a drill and never hesitating to fire his gun. This mentality
all these niggas look like kids, gang.
Would
the fuck? Playing picture in picture.
Lead to Geez.
Oh no, I don't want that. Go back to what it was.
Eventually getting charged with murder. On August 23, 2020, a rival gang member to Geez named Little Ranger, real name Hayward Garrison, was in the 2200 block of Diamond Street just after 1 a.m. when a gunman pulled up and opened fire. Little Ranger was struck, then he reportedly ran to the corner of Van Pelt and Diamond Street where he collapsed and was quickly picked up by a passing vehicle. While the car was driving to the hospital, the occupants flagged down a police cruiser that was responding to the shooting. Little Ranger was placed in the police car and taken to Temple Hospital where he passed away just after 1:30 a.m. at just 16 years old. Blumberg Geez was allegedly the gunman in this incident. It is widely rumored that Little Ranger allegedly killed a Black Flag member named 40 earlier that year, and this is why Blumberg Geez allegedly killed him. Blumberg Geez was officially charged for the 2020 murder of Little Ranger in March of 2022, and he was placed on Philadelphia's most wanted list. Rather than turn himself in, Geez would go on the run. While on the run, he didn't keep a low profile. Similar to the rapper Take K, he continued to make music and post music videos on his YouTube channel despite the fact that he was on the most wanted list and the police were looking for him. Geez was on the run for over a year and was never caught. Ultimately, the police would never get the chance to arrest him as Geez would lose his life while attempting to kill one of his enemies.
This nigga was on the run for a year and stayed in the same city and the police couldn't find this nigga? I don't think they was looking for real. I think they wanted him there so he can keep doing what he do. Man, how we can go find Osama bin Laden way over the fuck in a whole other country and little bro making music videos with the same phone he probably popped a nigga with in his pocket.
On May 31st, 2023,
Geez
was sliding on members of Zoo Gang in the 1800 block of North Woodstock Street just after 8:15 p.m. Once spotting some of his ops, gunfire erupted. In the aftermath, Geez was shot once in the head and was then rushed to Temple University Hospital. 4 hours later, he would succumb to his injuries and be officially pronounced dead at just 21 years old. Members of Zoo Gang would claim that they were the ones that killed Geez as he tried to slide on them, but members of the Black Flags and people online would claim that Geez was accidentally killed by friendly fire by the person he was sliding with. The truth of what happened has not yet been officially confirmed. Geez was wearing gloves and a mask when he died, so it was clear that he was on a drill when it happened.
Damn. RP, bro, but you need to be in
Bloodhound Lil
hell,
Jeff,
buddy.
real name Jeffery Harris, is a
Respectfully.
rapper and gang
You
member
are
from the
killing
east
people
side
and
of
shit.
Chicago. He had 2 brothers and was raised primarily by his mother, as his dad wasn't really around. He quit playing basketball after he didn't make the varsity team, so he looked for something else to do with his life.
That nigga Bloodhound Lil
His rough
Jeff.
upbringing led to him gravitating towards the streets. When Jeff was just 14 years old, his house was shot up and a bullet flew by his face, nearly hitting him.
How you know,
older brother
nigga?
was active in the streets and would introduce Jeff to it. He officially jumped off the porch at 18 years old. Jeff was a member of Drill City / Bloodhound, which claims the area of 79th and Maryland. They beef with BKN, Trap City, TYMB, 8 Trey Mob, and 800. Little Jeff was wild. He got a bullet tattooed on his face, but was always on Instagram Live dropping his location and displaying heavy art.
He got that bullet. Did he get that before or after Shiesty? I think Shiesty went in with the 7.62. I can't remember for real. I ain't gonna lie.
Little Jeff became well known because he openly bragged on numerous occasions that he killed over 10 people and that he was a top killer in Chicago. The Bloodhound's primary beef is with another group called Trap City. Trap City and the Bloodhounds actually used to be cool with each other, but according to an interview Trap City members did, the beef started after members of the Bloodhounds allegedly stole a chain from a Trap City member. Both sides would start dissing.
I told y'all, leave people the fuck alone, bro. Stop stealing and taking shit from niggas, bro. Leave people the fuck alone. Don't put your hands on nobody. Don't touch nobody. Don't none of that. Say what you want to. I ain't gonna respond to it. It's a nigga out here who gonna get your energy, but that ain't crazy, cause free will, freedom of speech. But putting your hands and taking shit that ain't
each other, and eventually things escalated to bloodshed. On March 16, 2023, a beloved member of the Bloodhounds named Z Money, real name Zaire Nelson, was shot and killed. It is widely believed that Trap City was allegedly responsible for this murder. Little Jeff said in an interview that the death of Z Money made him see red and made him cold-hearted. About 3 months later, Little Jeff would allegedly avenge Z Money's death. On June 25, 2023, a Trap City member named Leo, real name Jaleel Goins, had just got into the back seat of a Lyft ride in the 1300 block of West Taylor Street in Little Italy just before 9 p.m. when another car approached. Someone inside hopped out, walked up to the backseat window where Leo was sitting, and opened fire. Leo was shot multiple times and rushed to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead at just 19 years old.
19,
Little Jeff
gone.
and other members of Bloodhound went on social media and pretty much openly confessed to being responsible for Leo's murder and that it was a get back.
Why would you openly claim that? Like, is it that serious? Like, why would you go and get on the internet and tell the world that you just killed somebody? That's dumb, bro. I don't get it. I can't understand it. The internet is crazy. The streets is already crazy enough. Like, the streets be knowing. Then you took it to the internet, bro, just so you can get some likes, follows, and clicks.
Little Jeff would continue to kill.
But it did work. Lil Jeff was lit.
Used to be cool with the members of BKN.
But it didn't work.
In fact,
Lil Jeff
there's
dead.
videos of Jeff online hanging out with them. Well,
Pick your
everything
poison.
changed after Jeff was allegedly robbed by BKN members for his watches. This made him want to get back at them as soon as possible. Well, he would allegedly do so in a horrific manner. On January 26, 2024, a BKN member named Monty, real name Ontario Williams, and another young man named Little Rob, real name Robert Boston.
These are 2 kids that got killed because they sold Jeff watches.
When a group of masked gunmen jumped out of 2 vehicles in front of the school and opened fire. The gunmen let off dozens of shots, striking Monty and Little Rob multiple times in the chest. Both were rushed to the hospital, where Monty would be pronounced dead at just 17 years old, and Little Rob would be pronounced dead at just 16 years old. Following this double homicide, Little Jeff went on social media, openly bragging about being responsible, claiming that he and his crew killed them because they stole from him. Jeff had already started rapping at this point, but he hadn't had that much success. Him bragging so openly about this double murder actually made him go viral online, and all of his music began to boost in popularity. As his music was rising in popularity and people began to...
Sad ass world, bro. Like, you could rap about gospel all day, you could rap about positivity, all that shit ain't gonna get you no clicks. As soon as you start talking about some negative shit, your shit going to the moon.
Learn of his story and claims of allegedly having over 10 bodies, Jeff's fame continued to grow at a fast pace. Despite his rising fame and finances, Lil Jeff could never get over his bloodthirst, especially for members of Trap City. This bloodthirst would lead to his untimely death. On June 8th, 2024, Lil Jeff was in the 6600 block of South Roads at 5:14 p.m. with other members of the Bloodhounds looking for Trap City members. Once they spotted one, Lil Jeff hopped out of the car shooting and chased his victim into a house. Once he reached the steps of the house, someone within the house returned fire and shot Jeff in the chest. The shooter then stood over...
The shooter's name was Big Rob or some shit. And it's crazy because when even, bro, it'd be crazy. I'm not gonna cap. Even looking at Lil Jeff, bro, like, you just would never think that bro was a killer like that, bro. Like, it'd be blowing my mind when you find out what, like, people do behind, like, closed doors, especially if they are a murderer. Bro, the nigga who killed Lil Jeff looked like a cool ass cousin of yours, bro. Like, it's not to say don't none of these niggas, I'm not saying nobody looks sweet or nothing, but to just be killing people, and out of respect for the dude Rob that killed him, I mean, what else are you to do? You came over here tripping and got that bitch put on you, and that nigga was on front line
and shot him up to 15
times. Because if he wouldn't have shot, that nigga Lil Jeff would have been over there acting crazy.
It was too late. Once the gunfire ended, Jeff's crew transported him to the hospital where he was pronounced dead at just 21 years old. The whole shootout was caught on camera and the footage went viral online. A member of
At least I ain't leave him though.
Is believed to be the gunman that killed Jeff. Rob is currently locked up for a separate gun charge. He was not charged with the murder of Jeff, likely due to Chicago's mutual combat law that has been applied to other Chicago shootouts in the past. Following his death, Lil Jeff's notoriety has grown to new heights and he has become the face of modern drill music. This lifestyle is crazy. There's truly no winners. It seems like everyone's story ends in one or two sad outcomes.
Facts.
Stay out of the streets. RIP to everyone who passed away in this video.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. So just to kind of debrief on that shit, bro, I honestly hate that it's happening to my community, honestly, bro. It's so many talented young black kids out here, bro, and I hate that we are just so attracted to the gang shit. I love the music, bro. I like listening to it, but I like listening to it with the mindset of it's made up, bro. It hit different when you start to find out the shit real. Like, I ain't gonna cap, even like Lil Durk, I was listening to Durk for forever. Did I believe that he did or didn't do any of the stuff he rapped about? No. I never even really thought about it. I just knew who he surrounded himself with, where he from was real, what he was doing actually didn't bother me. Like, I was more so concerned about the music. But then when the niggas start going to court for bodies, start to look at niggas different. But then you also factor in, like, he in the street shit, niggas in the street, you gotta protect yourself. Feel me? You gotta do your shit. I ain't mad at it. And you gotta get who out to get you. That's the game. So I don't look at him like he just like a killer or a serial killer, like he a dumb nigga or nothing like that. But it do change your perspective on him. Like, it don't, like, the music ain't fun. Like, when I listen to Lil Durk music, it ain't fun. It's hella serious. But man, y'all let me know what y'all think, bro. That was rappers that died on drills, man. RIP to them guys.